Thomas Frank is on the brink of being sacked at Tottenham. Club chiefs are now weighing up whether to axe him before Tuesday's Champions League clash with Borussia Dortmund in a major U-turn. Sign up for the football newsletter. Thank you. Mauricio Pochettino is a fan's favorite and is waiting in wings over sensational retrnCredit. Getty. Thomas Frank is under increased pressure as Tottenham hold crunch talks over his future credit, Alamy. It comes after the hierarchy, previously steadfast in their support of the Dane, registered the scale of the furious fan reaction to Saturday's 2-1 home defeat to relegation-threatened West Ham. That loss left Spurs languishing in 14th in the Premier League, 8 points off the top 5 and 10 from the relegation zone. Senior figures are understood to be keen to take the temperature of Frank's squad to assess if there is still internal support for the former Brentford boss. But there is a growing sense that the Dane cannot restore any authority and that the best move for all parties could be to bring his miserable 7-month reign to an end swiftly. Read more on football. Should Frank go before the Dortmund game? Recently appointed assistant coach John Heitinga would be an obvious caretaker candidate. That is given the former Netherlands defender, 42, has experience as a number 1 at Ajax from earlier this season, albeit he only lasted 5 months in the job. Ironically, Frank was a big driver of the recruitment of Heitinga, who also worked under Arne Slot at Liverpool when they won the Premier League title last term. Former fan favorite Mauricio Pochettino would be among the candidates to take over on a permanent basis after the World Cup when he finishes his duties with the U.S. national team. Most read in football. Best online casinos. Top sites in the UK. Another name in the frame is free agent Xavi, the Barcelona legend who bossed the Catalans to the La Liga title in 2023. Frank oversaw Sunday's training and recovery session, as usual, with no clarity given to the players from the club over their manager's future. The Dane is due to take training on Monday ahead of the Dortmund game, which will be open to the media for 15 minutes from 2:15 p.m. He is then due to conduct a press conference previewing the match at 3:30 p.m. But club sources would not confirm last night whether Frank would be fulfilling either duty at their Hotspur Way training ground. Barcelona legend Xavi is another big name in the frame credit. Getty. Frank, 52, was only appointed in June but has presided over a dismal domestic campaign, winning just 7 of his 22 Premier League games and going out of both cups. Fan anger has reached unprecedented levels with supporters singing, "You're getting sacked in the morning," to Frank and booing him off the pitch after Saturday's defeat. Spurs board, and in particular Chief Executive Vinay Venkatesham, have been supportive of Frank amid his struggles. But they are now weighing up whether to persevere with the Dane just 7 months into his reign given the poor results and how toxic the situation has become with the fanbase. Frank's Premier League average points per game record of 1.23 is the worst of Spurs' last 8 managers, including next worst Ange Postecoglou, 1.52, who was replaced by Frank in the summer after losing 22 Prem games in a single season. Tottenham are down to the bare bones to face Dortmund, with midfielder João Palhinha among a growing list of crocked players, playmaker Xavi Simons an injury doubt, new signing Conor Gallagher ineligible and defender Mickey van de Ven suspended. Yves Bissouma, who featured for the first time all season against the Hammers, is not registered. Speaking on Match of the Day, pundit Wayne Rooney said, "I felt for Thomas Frank at the end of the game, it's not a nice place to be. He will feel a change is coming. The Tottenham fans have spoken. We have seen it before with the Tottenham fans. They aren't happy with what's going on. It looks like he will lose his job. Conor Gallagher is one of a number of players set to miss Tuesday's clash with Borussia Dortmund. Credit. Getty. Mickey van de Ven will also miss Tuesday's game. Credit. Shutterstock editorial. But defeat to the Germans, particularly if the fans react in a similar manner to how they did for the West Ham game, could ramp up the pressure to untenable levels. Defeat to West Ham has left Spurs 8 points off 5th place, meaning the prospect of qualifying for Europe is diminishing. Spurs travel to relegation-threatened Burnley on Saturday and then face a horror fixture run of Manchester City, Manchester United, Newcastle and arch-rivals Arsenal. Recommended stories. Pochettino, 53, retains hero status among the Spurs fanbase after an impressive spell managing the club between 2014-19, where he turned them into genuine Premier League contenders and reached the Champions League final, though they never won anything. He has since bossed rivals Chelsea, yet plenty of supporters would be fully behind his return to N17 after the World Cup this summer. Comments.